Hi, I'm Graham Blackburn and this is Traditional Woodworking by Hand. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about some differences between the plough plane and the dado plane. Hi, I've had a few questions recently about when you should use the plough plane and when you should use the dado plane. They're both planes that make grooves. The fundamental difference is that a plough plane, here's a really nice one with a handle and screws. Here's a simpler one here, but you'll notice that both of these have fences. That means that these planes are ideally suited for planing with the grain. Wherever you want the groove, you choose an iron of the right diameter and you adjust the fence, making sure that the distance between the front of the skate and the fence and the back of the skate and the fence is exactly the same. I should point out one other thing too. In a rare instance of regularity amongst tool manufacturers, when these planes were originally sold, they came with, maybe 8 irons of different widths. But the astonishing fact is that although there are many different manufacturers, any iron made for any plough plane will fit virtually any other plough plane. So you might find one of these at a flea market or a second-hand market or something, and of course it will probably no longer have its irons, but keep an eye out for the irons. Here is a whole box of irons that I've picked up at different times, and they will all fit almost every plough plane because they have this groove down here. Now, of course, you can make a groove using one particular iron and then adjust the fence and widen the groove, but you've got a lot of choice. The thing to remember, however, is that the plough plane works by virtue of its fence. So I've adjusted the fence here so that now with whatever iron is in here, I can take a nice groove. If you come a little closer, you can see how good that is. That's what a plough plane does. It cuts a groove with the grain. If I were to try and use the plough plane to go across the grain, I wouldn't get such nice results. And that's why the dado plane was invented. Here are a couple of dado planes. This one is particularly old. It's from the late 18th century. You can see the wedge is reversed. It's the typical round finial on here. But the main thing that discriminates the dado plane from the plough plane is that if you look really closely, ahead of the skewed iron that cuts the groove are a couple of little spurs. So the trick is that if I wanted to cut a groove across the grain, if I used the plough plane, I wouldn't get very good results. But if I put a fence here, like this, and I can make it straight across if I like. If always the first thing I do with the dado plane is to put the spur ahead of the wood and pull it back. And the spur now cuts 2 little grooves so that when I go forward, I get a nice even groove. Now, the other thing that I can do is that the dado plane can cut at different angles, unlike the plough plane, which only goes with the groove. So I could try this, for example, keeping the wood nice and secure. And I'll use the more modern dado plane, but you'll see that it's a little wider, but it still has the 2 little spurs here. So it's the same process. The first operation is to bring this back and cut the groove, and now I have a nice even shouldered groove. That's what the dado plane does. So the question arises, when should you use the plough plane and when should you use the dado plane? Well, the plough plane is good if you're going with the grain. The dado plane is good when you're going across the grain, whether you're going vertically across the grain or whether you're going at any kind of angle. But it needs a fence, unlike the plough plane that has its own fence. However, when we're making furniture, we don't always find ourselves using wood with regular grain. Here's a piece of pine, and if you look at this closely, you can see the grain is in all sorts of directions. So even if I wanted to make a groove down here, I wouldn't get very good results with the plow plane. So in this case, I would use, however I set this up in the vise, and I would keep the work secure. I'd use the hold fast to hold it down. It would be the dado plane that would make the groove. So that's essentially the difference between plow planes and dado planes. Plow planes have a fence but no spur, and they're ideal for cutting a groove at whatever distance and of whatever width along the grain. The dado plane does almost the opposite thing. That makes a groove of whatever width, and you can use this by adjusting the fence, but these come in a whole range of sizes. So if you typically find you need a 1/4 inch dado, it's good to find yourself a 1/4 inch dado plane. They need a fence because they don't have a built-in fence, and always the first operation is to pull the plane backwards so that these two spurs cut the shoulders of the groove that you're going to do. Now, I hope that works nicely. Don't forget that I really appreciate it if you subscribe, and don't forget you can go to my website and you can find books on the subject that I've written that give you a lot more detail, because there are many ways that you can actually make and use dados. So thanks for watching, and good plowing and dadoing.